Hey everyone, this is Jake Heaps here in the 710 Film Studios, here for our last Chalk Talk of the season. I promise you, we aren't going anywhere. We're going to be here all off season long, breaking things down in terms of free agency, draft. We're going to open things up with questions for you as the fans. Any aspects of the game that you want to learn more about, we're going to open it up and do some really fun interactive things. But our last Chalk Talk is going to break down that infamous 3rd and 15 play that sparked the Kansas City Chiefs to that amazing comeback in the Super Bowl. And so here we have the situation, 20-10. The 49ers are in a comfortable lead with 6:57 left to go, 3rd and 15. This is an extremely favorable situation for the 49ers. If the Kansas City Chiefs don't convert here, I mean, the 49ers are still going to have to earn their way to victory, but their likelihood, their probability jumps up dramatically. So what you have here is you've got a 3-by-1 formation from the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Blake Bell here who's lined up tight to the formation. He is going to chip. He's going to have chip help and then leak out and try and get flare control out here. And then you're going to have this crossing concept with a dig. This is a universal concept that's used all across the NFL. Actually, this is a concept that Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin made hay with for years and years and years on this speed cross type of route. So it's been around a long time. So the San Francisco 49ers, they've seen this concept before. They've seen the Kansas City Chiefs run this. And so, film study should have prepared them for this type of concept. Now, the difference is knowing what type of coverage the 49ers were going to present and the way the Kansas City Chiefs decided between Andy Reid and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. They did a fantastic job scheming up this play. So with that same presentation that I gave you, chip, leak out to the flat, you had this speed cross, and you have this deep cross with the dig. Now what they're going to do is they are going to have Tyreek Hill stick his foot in the ground and run a deep corner. This is a home run shot concept, and I'm going to show you exactly why they wanted to do this. The 49ers looked at this formation and said, hey, if we're going to get this play coming our way, we want to run cover three weak buzz. And what cover 3 weak buzz is going to do is put this safety into the hook curl alignment, and he's going to pick up any crosser coming this way. So he's going to eliminate Travis Kelce right off the bat from Patrick Mahomes' eyes. Then it comes down to the deep cross, which this safety would be responsible for, and then the dig, which is responsible for the flat defender, hook to curl, and the corner, okay? So as the snap of the ball, we get to the final progression of the play. There's a couple aspects of this that I think are very important to understand as to why this happened. So here they are in their cover 3 buzz responsibility. That's safety, again, taking away this deep crosser. What we normally see is Tyreek Hill at this point in time where he's at, stick his foot in the ground and run across the field. This safety is anticipating that. He is in the deep third responsibility in the middle of the field, and he is going to run with this. The other aspect of it is this dig. The dig route, and people are killing Emmanuel Moseley for jumping this route because he has deep third responsibility. But what I learned early on in my playing days in high school, Steve Jervis and Matt Taylor, my high school coaches, they told me all zone turns into man at some point. That always has stuck with me. And when you look at the 49ers or any great defense, if they're playing zone coverage, what they do an excellent job of is being aggressive and matching and not just playing a zone coverage just because of it's what the responsibility is. They anticipate, they react. And Emmanuel Moseley sees that here is the first down marker and here is a dig route that's happening. You got to remember, 15 yards. So if that stick is at 15 yards, this dig route is at 17 yards. This is a long developing play. So there's no way that I have at this point in time something coming from behind me based off of the film study, knowing we've got this deep crosser concept with the dig, and also with the fact that you've got the San Francisco defensive line who is as good as anybody and right now is in the face of Patrick Mahomes. What Mahomes does is he buys himself more time by taking a drop that allows him to get to 14 yards. That's unheard of. That is unwarranted, and you never, ever want a quarterback taking a drop like that. But Patrick Mahomes knew that he had to buy time because of the concept and everything that they were wanting to attack. So Emmanuel Moseley is not being nosy. He's being smart. 17-yard dig route in front of the sticks in cover 3. Normally, that's something that you do react to because based off of this with Tyreek Hill, he's not running across. He should be running across with every tendency that they have shown. But Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy do a fantastic job of saying, no, we're going to put Tyreek Hill on a corner. And so it turns the safety around. They get the corner to jump. This is just great play design. And also, here's the other fact. We talked about Mahomes' drop, right? That he does something completely different, and he needed to. In a normal 7-step drop concept, any other quarterback would have been sacked. The 49ers had won their pass rush, and they were on the quarterback. They just had to go deeper than normal because of Mahomes' drop. The second thing is Tyreek Hill is one of the fastest players in the NFL. There are only a handful of guys, if that, maybe only Tyreek Hill himself, that could run this route at that speed and be able to get there for Mahomes to throw the ball under duress within that time frame. So between the fact that you have these unique players and defenders, or unique players between Mahomes and Tyreek Hill being able to execute this concept, this is something that no one sees or no one really could pull off except for the Kansas City Chiefs in this moment. So I say instead of bad defensive play by Emmanuel Moseley, I say great job of Patrick Mahomes buying time, Tyreek Hill being fast and elite, showing the deep cross and breaking to the corner, and great play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. I give more kudos to those guys than I do say the San Francisco 49ers lost or absolutely did something completely wrong to give up this play. He is so open, in fact, that Mahomes basically throws a punt in the air. And look, Tyreek Hill is waiting for the ball. He's turned around waiting for the ball like he's catching a punt because the safety was completely turned around thinking it was a deep cross, and the corner thought he was getting a dig route in front of his face in front of the sticks. So tremendous job by the Kansas City Chiefs scheming up a play and being able to execute it with a great playmaker in Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. That sparked the comeback for them to be able to pull off a victory that seemed all but over. But if you know anything about guys like Patrick Mahomes who are truly elite, the game is never over until the clock strikes 0. And it's amazing to see a young player like him be able to pull off a comeback like this on the biggest stage. And it makes me that much more excited to watch next season as you see Patrick Mahomes try and go for another one, and you see a player like Russell Wilson here in Seattle capable of doing the very same things.